Okay, there's one email which makes even the confident candidate lose their sleep. And it's not about the offer letter, it's not about the interview invite. It is about this email. Your background verification has been initiated. And then your mind starts thinking, what if they call my previous manager? What if I was on PIP and they will get it and they will get to know? What if they will get to know about my ratings? All those things. And you know what? I talk about a lot of things, right? About salary negotiation, about corporate pattern decoding, many things, right? But one question that I get repeatedly is about background verification check. This doesn't mean that people are curious to know about background verification check because they are scared, and they are scared mostly for the wrong things. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Most of you think that background verification is about catching you or the mistakes that you have done. No, it's not about catching you. It's about one simple question. Does your document verify to what you have mentioned or what you have said? Okay, it is simple documentation checking process. It doesn't check whether your manager liked you, whether you were PIP, what appraisal rating you have got. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, but now listen to this very carefully. But a lot of people do this mistake thinking that this is not going to create a big issue, but it is. Because see, everything that you mention is going to be verified. Okay, so you might round up your CTC with some numbers. You might add a title, senior or something as per your preference, but all these things should match what you have written on your resume, is on your LinkedIn. And if it doesn't match, then that creates a problem. Even if it is a minor thing, say for example, you would have added a 50,000 or a 10,000 on your CTC, it's still a mismatch. A mismatch is a mismatch no matter what. See, technically, you can join the company, you can clear the interview, everything goes well, and you think that after joining nothing happens. No, that's not in most of the cases. You have a clause in your appointment letter or in your offer letter which says that if their background verification report is negative, you may be asked to leave. Okay, so even after joining, if you do not get a clearance on your BGV, you will be asked to leave. So instead of worrying, what my manager will say, what if my previous company will say, just take some time, take 30 minutes matching and verifying your documents properly. Ensure that everything that you mentioned is documented and the company can verify, because they are the companies, it is mostly outsourced to the third companies, right? So they will just check the documentation and nothing else. One last thing I want to tell, especially about the education thing, education verification thing. See, most of the candidates don't realize this. They do distance learning or a correspondence or whatever, but those universities are not recognized or don't follow under certain categories of universities which companies hire from. So you will have to check that online. And if you think that there is some misalignment there, or you think you're not sure about the university you have done your correspondence for, what you can do is you can just inform the HR beforehand and take everything in writing instead of waiting and breaking your head. Because I have seen in most of the cases, these education documents don't align. These education documents, because of this education documents and the universities, a lot of candidates face problem at the last moment. So it's better that you do a check before you resign from your existing company. And if that doesn't work out, inform the HR on email. Everything has to be documentation so that um, you don't get a last minute shock when the BJP report comes, right? So yeah, I mean, I think I have explained this too much on the education part, but I thought it's good to speak on this part because a lot of candidates don't know or are probably not aware of this. Stop losing your sleep over things that companies are not checking. Okay, it has nothing to do with your performance or PIP or whatsoever. That's the last thing that companies would check, like I said. Now focus on the things that they actually check, which is the documentation. Now tell me in the comment box, honestly, what was the first thing that you were scared of when you saw this BGV email? Read the comment box. You will see there are a lot many people who talk about BGP, and you're not the only one. Do let me know if I have missed anything that you would want me to answer. I will definitely answer in the comment box. But I think I've covered most of the points, and I think there are a lot of videos which talk about BGB and the processes and etc. 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 But um, I just wanted to cover all these points basically that it has nothing to do with PIP termination. A lot of companies don't mention that, okay? They don't want to ruin your career unless and until you have done some fraud, okay? So then, of course, it is an integrity issue, then that would be highlighted. But apart from that, I don't think if you're laid off, if you're being on PIP, if your appraisal was low, whatsoever, they would ever mention it. I have personal experience since I was handling BGV, so I know that. Um, uh, I think that's it for the video. I shall see you soon. Find my videos helpful. Do stay connected. And we shall meet soon. Bye bye. Take care.